85-72, the final. They go to 3-2 on the season. We're joined by the head coach here on the Lopes postgame show, Bryce Drew. And, Coach, what did you see? You made some changes with the lineup. You made some changes with what you were doing offensively and defensively. How do you think the guys responded?
Well, offensively, liked how we shared the ball first half. I thought we got out transition, got some points in transition, which was really good to see. Defensively, 62%. I can't remember a game in my lifetime, I think, that we've given up 62% and a half. Thankfully, the zone, I thought, did a good job, got us the lead, and then we were able to keep the lead down the stretch.
You said with the lineup changes that lineup doesn't necessarily matter about, you got 9, 10 guys you're going to play. The guys you took out of the starting lineup, Stromer plays 32 minutes, F.A. Demeril plays 22 minutes. Did you see responses from those guys tonight in progress?
Yeah, definitely thought they showed some good things. Caleb Shaw, I thought that one group that was in that got us the lead, Caleb Smith, Caleb Shaw, Dusty, Jaden, and F.A. Thought they did a really good job in the zone and really shared the ball on offense. Jaden was spectacular in that stretch to help get us the lead. And so thought our bench was a huge, impact. And you can see we had 33 bench points, which was just tremendous production from them.
Coach, talking about Dusty Stromer, came off the bench, as you mentioned, but played more minutes than anybody. 10 points, 6 boards, 2 assists. Looked like he was more comfortable out there than we've seen him in a few games.
Yeah, I thought he looked more confident. Thought he's a little bit more aggressive. And thought, he got into rhythm, got into a flow. So again, was happy for him, was happy for F.A. I thought he made some strides. 5 for 6 from the free throw line is really good for him. 3 for 3 from the field. 2 rebounds in 22 minutes is not very good, but there wasn't a lot of defensive rebounds out there because they kept making shots. But again, I thought that was improvement from F.A.
Usually you go to the zone defense often in second half, but usually it's later as a wrinkle. Why did you think you needed to go to it there?
Yeah, we couldn't stop 10 and we couldn't stop 5. And so we tried to go to the zone to contain 5. And, thankfully it got the ball out of his hands a little bit. And thankful they missed some shots in that stretch. And then we couldn't stop 10 in the post. And so, but the zone was good. I thought the length was good. They contested shots and allowed us to get out in transition. And so really proud of those 5 guys. Thought they really changed the game for us and helped us win this game.
You wanted to focus on transition, really pushing the ball up the floor with the passing. Did you see that in this game?
We did. First half, second half, we didn't have many run-outs second half because they made so many shots. But what were they, 16 for 26? So, there weren't a lot of opportunities. And so, but first half, again, I thought there was a difference. We had some turnovers, but again, the guys were passing, and that was a big point of emphasis. After our last couple games, we didn't want to dribble so much. We wanted to pass more, and I thought we definitely saw more passing tonight.
The great part about when they did miss, you didn't give them second chance. You thought you could dominate this game rebounding-wise, but I don't know if you expected to not allow them to have a second chance it was probably 32 minutes into the game before they even got their second chance.
Yeah, big part of the game for us is rebounding, and Nana had 12 rebounds, which was tremendous on his part. Just the effort he was given on every rebound, we talk about it. Rebounding is a big thing of our program, and if you want to play, you got to rebound. So I thought that was a highlight taken from tonight. Was our rebounding. If you rebound that many, you should win by more, but we needed every rebound to help win this game.
Coach, you talked about the fact that you changed a lot of things after the St. Louis game. Only got about 5 days of practice. You don't have a lot of more time to work. What do you work on between now and Utah, who's a 121 KenPom ranking, so a pretty stark step up in competition?
Yeah, Utah obviously is a Big 12 team, and we have to play way better, execute way better. I think our guys obviously will be fired up, to head to Palm Springs to play. And, we do have 3 more days that we can work on some stuff, try to get more comfortable in some areas out on the court, to help us cut down some of those turnovers that were unforced. And then, at the end of the day, we got to guard our man one-on-one and stop a guy. And, we only got 3 days. That's probably not going to change dramatically than just the guy sitting down and keeping his man in front and not letting him score. And so hopefully we'll pack our defense when we go to Palm Springs and our one-on-one guard your yard defense.
I won't let Jaden Henley off the hook on the defense, but offensively, he doesn't make a turnover tonight, which is a part of his game that you've really needed him to grow as a point guard. But also just the way he can close games by getting to the free throw line and finishing in transition seems to be a continuing theme with him.
Yeah, he was really good. And what I loved is he had no turnovers. He had four assists, no turnovers, which was just tremendous, from him. Getting to the free throw line, he was great attacking the rim. He had some spectacular finishes, at his size to be that explosive going to the rim. So really good there. He had 2 of our 3 steals. You talk about defense and we got to get more steals. We talk about having our hands up, all the time. You guys are at practice, and a lot of passes were at our fingertips, but our hands are down. We need to be getting, 7-8 steals a game. We can't be living off 3 steals a game on our defense.
Hey, Coach, thanks for the time.